Hello student, today we learn about the compound member subjected to longitudinal pull. In this figure we have the three rods. First one is made up of copper and second one is made up of zinc and third one is made of aluminium. And the net force acting on these three rods having the same length is 350 kilonewton. Now we proceed to the question. I suppose these are the three bars made of copper, zinc and aluminium. This one is made up of copper, this one is of zinc and this one is of aluminium. Having cross section areas are 600, 800 and 1000 mm square. Means the cross section area of this one is 600 and this one is 800 and this one is last one is 1000. Now they are rigidly fixed at their ends. They are fixed at their ends. In the topmost position this is the fixed end. Is subjected to a longitudinal pull of 350 kilonewton. This is a longitudinal pull in the downward direction acting on these three bars compositely. Estimate the load carries on the each rod. We have to find the load acting on the each rod, like on this rod, first one, on this rod and this rod. We have to find load on each rod. Given is that the Young's modulus of elasticity for all the material is given in the question. That is for copper, that is 1.3 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square, and zinc is 1 10 to the power 5 mm square, and aluminum 0.8 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. This is the unit is mm square. Okay. Now first we proceed step by step. The first step of this question is that you should write the first equation. The load, total load, is carried by all the rod. This is P1 plus P2 plus P3. This is the load carried by each rod. I suppose copper carry P1, zinc carried P2 and aluminium carried P3. Then the net force load acting on this composite system is P. Then this is known as 350. Is it okay? 350. Now as we know the formula dl equal to play. This is the simplest format to calculate or learn this formula. That is, dl is change in length, p is load acting on the rod, l is original length, a is area and e is Young's modulus. Okay. Now we will apply the same for each the rod such that we can calculate the value of p. Now we can say that p is equal to a e dl upon l. Okay. For the sake of convenience, first we write one equation. As the change in length of all the rod is same, that is dl1 is equal to dl2 is equal to dl3. So how the change in length is same? You are pulling downward in this direction. Each rod, I suppose this is copper, is going down like this one, and similarly this one of zinc and this one of aluminium. Each rods have the same change in length and the original length is also equal. Then we are applying dl equal to play, that is P1 L1 A1 by E1. So in this question we can write P2 L2 A2 E2 and play again P3 L3 A3 E3. Now as we know that original length is same, L1 and L2 and L3 get cancelled. Now we can calculate the value of P2 by comparing these two equations. So we can write P2 in the term of P1, that is P1 A2 E2 upon A1 E1 is the value of P2. Okay. Similarly, when we equate this one and this one, we can calculate the value of P3 in the form of P1, that is P1 A3 E3 upon A1 E1 is equal to, that is of P3. Then we can here we can calculate the value of P2 and P3 in form of P1 and P1 again. Now we back to the slide. This is the equation. First we rub this one. This is the basic formula that I write. Now what is the value of P1? That's P1 is P1, that is the value is P1. Or what is the value of P2 here? So the value of P2 is, we are calculating that P2 is P1 A2 E2 upon A1 E1. And we can write here P1 A2 E2 upon A1 E1. This is the equation. Okay. Plus P3 is P1 A3 E3 upon A1 E1. Okay. From the given equation, you know the value of A1. This is the value of A1, that is 600. This is the value of E1, that is for copper, is 1.3 into 10 to the power 5. You can eliminate this one E1 and you can eliminate E81. A2 is 800 and E2 is, that is 1 into 10 to the power 5, and you can eliminate E2 here also. Now you can eliminate the value of A3, this one 1000, then E3 0.8 into 10 to the power 5. Now A1 E1 is given, this is A1 and this one is E1. Okay. Now by eliminating, you got this P1 is common, taking the common here, and you calculate all this thing, 1 plus A2 E2 upon A1 E1. All the values are known. So the question is very simple now. A3 E3 upon A1 E1. From here you can calculate the value of P1 easily. Okay. By putting the value of all these things, you can get the value of P1. It's for you people that the value of how you calculate the value of P1. After calculating the value of P1, you can eliminate. Just put the value of A2, E2, E1 and calculate the value of P1. They have 350 kilonewton. Then you replace this 350 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. Okay? Then you got the value of P1 here in the format of, I suppose P1 is in the form of Newton per mm square. Okay. After calculating, fill this blank and send it to me in the comment. And after calculating the value of P1, you eliminate P1 here, you get the value of P2, as A2 E2 and A1 E1 is known to you. Similarly, after calculating P1, by putting these value, you can calculate the value of P3 also. After calculating these terms, you can calculate stress. Stress is P1 over A1. You know the value of A1. Similarly, you can calculate the stress P2 by A2 and P3 by A3. Then it's very easy. Then how you calculate this? You can send all the answers to me. The value of P1 is not Newton per mm square. I am incorrect here. This is only in Newton. This one is also in Newton. This value is calculated in Newton per mm square. Is it okay? P1 by A1. P1 is Newton and area is given to you people in the mm square. Okay? That's why you can calculate this one. Okay, thanks students. If you have some doubt, then send it to my comment. Write in the comments. But it is an easy problem. Okay? Bye bye.